Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study a part of biology known as protozoa. We are going to study this part of biology with questions and answers for a better understanding. The first question we have here says, the microscopic and unicellular animals found in damp soil, fresh water and marine water are called dash. A. Fungi. B. Algae. C. Protozoa. D. Viruses. In this question, the correct answer is C. Protozoa. Protozoa are microscopic and unicellular animals found in different habitats such as a damp soil, fresh water, and even marine habitats. So these protozoa are microorganisms that have well-defined nuclei in their cells. The next question says, the branch of science that deals with the study of protozoa is best described as dash. A. Mycology. B. Virology. C. Bacteriology. D. Protozoology. In this question, the correct answer is D. Protozoology. Protozoology is the branch of science that deals with the study of protozoa. This part of science is very important because it helps in knowing the details of these microorganisms known as protozoa. A scientist that specializes in protozoology is called a protozoologist. The next question says, the following are protozoa except dash. A. Amoeba. B. Paramecium. C. Salmonella. D. Plasmodium. In this question, the correct answer is C. Salmonella. Amoeba is an example of a protozoan. Paramecium is a protozoan. Plasmodium is a protozoan. But Salmonella is a bacterium. So this option C is not a protozoan. Salmonella is a bacterium that causes typhoid fever in humans. But other options such as Amoeba, Paramecium, Plasmodium are protozoa. The next question says, the organelle used by Amoeba for movement is called dash. A. Flagellum. B. Pseudopodium. C. Cilium. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is B. Pseudopodium. There is an organism known as Amoeba. This Amoeba is one of the protozoa, and studies have shown that this organism is shapeless and it uses a structure known as pseudopodium for movements. This organism can be found in water. So as this organism is there in the water, it moves with structures, with organelles called pseudopodia, but singular is pseudopodium. The next question says, binary fission is a fast means of dash in many protozoa. A. Excretion. B. Reproduction. C. Nutrition. D. Respiration. In this question, the correct answer is B. Reproduction. Binary fission is a form of reproduction carried out by many protozoa. Binary fission is a type of asexual reproduction that involves the splitting of a cell to produce two daughter cells that are genetically the same. So research have shown that binary fission is a fast means of reproduction in many protozoa. So when protozoa reproduce through this binary fission, within a short period of time, there will be high population of these protozoa. So because binary fission is a fast means of reproduction in them. The next question says, which of the following organisms uses cilia for movement? A. Amoeba. B. Paramecium. C. Rat. D. Rabbit. In this question, the correct answer is B. Paramecium. Paramecium is a protozoan that uses organelles called cilia for movement. This paramecium is one of the protozoa, and studies have shown in protozoology that this organism possess cilia, which are organelles for movement in this paramecium. The next question says, protozoa are characterized by dash. A. Unicellularity. B. Abilities to live in different habitats. C. Presence of cell nuclei. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. There are many characteristics of protozoa. Studies have shown that protozoa possess one cell in them, so they are unicellular organisms. And these organisms called protozoa have the ability of living in different habitats, and that's why some of them can be found in damp soil, some of them can be found in marine habitats, some of them can be found in fresh water and different habitats. So they have great abilities of occupying different habitats. These protozoa possess cell nuclei. They have nuclei in their cells, and that is why they are called eukaryotes. So all these options are the characteristics of protozoa. The next question says, the protozoa with the capabilities to perform photosynthesis and also absorb nutrients from dead organisms are called dash. A. Mixotrophs. B. Photoautotrophs. C. Heterotrophs. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Mixotrophs. Mixotrophs are those organisms that have the ability of performing or carrying out photosynthesis and also absorbing nutrients from dead organisms. So studies have shown in protozoology that there are some protozoa that can combine photosynthesis with heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They can combine photosynthesis with the ability of absorbing nutrients from dead organisms or feeding or depending on other organisms for food. So these mixotrophs can survive through this process because they can get their food through photosynthesis. They can also absorb nutrients from dead organisms. So those protozoa with the capabilities to perform photosynthesis and also absorb nutrients from dead organisms are best regarded as mixotrophs. The next question says, a process whereby some protozoa take chloroplasts from their preys and keep them within their cell bodies to nourish themselves is best described as dash. A. Kleptoplasty. B. Hemolysis. C. Plasmolysis. D. Enzyme. In this question, the correct answer is A. Kleptoplasty. Kleptoplasty is a process whereby some protozoa take chloroplasts from their preys and keep them within their cell bodies for the purpose of nourishing themselves. So studies have shown that there are some protozoa that survive through this process. So when they feed on their preys, especially the algae, they will now retain the chloroplasts of these algae that are still undergoing photosynthesis, so that the food produced in this chloroplast will now be used to nourish the food produced by this chloroplast will now be useful to these protozoa in nourishing themselves. So a process whereby these organisms known as protozoa take chloroplasts from their preys and keep them within their cell bodies to nourish themselves is called kleptoplasty. The next question says, reproduction in protozoa is dash. A. Sexual. B. Asexual. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is C. All of the above. Research have shown that protozoa can reproduce both sexually and asexually. There are many protozoa that can carry out a sexual reproduction and also asexual reproduction. The next question says, the process whereby amoeba obtains its food by engulfing it is best described as dash. A. Phagocytosis. B. Enzymology. C. Mycology. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. Phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is the process whereby amoeba obtains its food by engulfing it. So when amoeba observes that there is food in its environment, it will go close to that food and engulf it. So when it engulfs it, the food will now get into the cell of the amoeba. So that process of engulfing this food particle is what we call phagocytosis. The next question says, the presence of flagella in trichomonas found in the rumen of ruminants are organelles they use for dash. A. Excretion. B. Movement. C. Respiration. D. Photosynthesis. In this question, the correct answer is B. Movement. So there are some protozoa that possess flagella in them, and a good example is this trichomonas found in the rumen of ruminants. So studies have shown that the flagella found in these trichomonas are used for movement in these organisms. The next question says, which of the following is true about Plasmodium? A. It is unicellular in nature. B. It is a eukaryote. C. It is a parasite. D. All of the above. In this question, the correct answer is D. All of the above. Plasmodium is one of the protozoa that is unicellular in nature. It is a eukaryote because it has a well-defined nucleus in its cell. It is a parasite. So all these things are facts about Plasmodium. The next question says, Plasmodium is hemolytic to humans. A. True. B. False. C. All of the above. D. None of the above. In this question, the correct answer is A. True. Studies have shown that this protozoan known as Plasmodium is hemolytic to humans, meaning that it can destroy red blood cells of human beings. So this Plasmodium is transmitted by the bite of female Anopheles mosquito. So when it gets into the blood of an individual, it will begin to destroy the red blood cells of that person. So Plasmodium is hemolytic to humans. If this is the first time you are watching our video, if this is the first time you are joining this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you can study other topics that we have treated in many of our videos. In this channel, we make educational video for academic empowerment in the area of biology.